On guys, John here, Energy God and Alchemist. Today I'm going to be giving you some tools on how to be more effective in your reality through controlling your mind and always being in an optimal mental state of being. So the reason that you have yet to experience your desired reality is all lies in the fact that your stored memory is working against you. As we go through our life, we all go through experiences, some positive, some traumatic. And both of these can be to our disadvantage if our memory is guiding our current present reality. So we must develop a tool to cultivate a mental state that will allow us to be present and to optimize the present moment, and all our mental energy be focused on executing the task and that's required, and being purely connected to right now and not being connected to our past. So a tool that I will give you, it comes from the Yogic sciences, called Samadhi without question. So whenever we're in reality and our sense organs begin to pick up a stimulus, this stimulus begins to be perceived in our mind, and based off our prior knowledge, we begin to give that stimulus a meaning. And oftentimes that knowledge is rooted in our past memory from traumatic experiences and from maybe even positive experiences, but oftentimes it can give us a response that is less than optimal to the current situation we see ourselves in right now. So Samadhi without question teaches us to meditate on our finer objects of our life, which is our mind, and understand that we are not our knowledge and we are not our memory, but we are the higher self, which experiences our knowledge and our memory from our past. So by practicing Samadhi without question, you begin to purify your memory and give your mind mental clarity as of what is required from you in this very present moment. So the next concept that I would give you would be concentration without discrimination. So once we go through Samadhi without question and we begin to purify our memory and gain mental clarity of right now, then we're able to concentrate our mind without discrimination, which means to be able to focus on our task without giving it a negative meaning based off our past projections, without giving it a negative meaning based off our own personal bias, and being able to simply execute and create that which is required. And as well, this can work with people. You may not be in control of who you're working with, but your goal may require you to work with a person that you may or may not like or feel is a good person. But at the end of the day, the task must be done. So by concentrating without discriminating, you begin to allow that person with all their toxicity, allow the environment with all its toxicity, and still be able to concentrate and execute the task. And regardless of good or bad, if you are able to contribute to your ideal goal, someone in that reality will notice it. You will have something in your portfolio that you were responsible for creating. You just have major advantages by being able to execute a task with anybody. I know it's better to be in more positive environments, but sometimes we don't have that control. Sometimes the goal that we like or that we desire requires us to be in rooms with people who are just purely ego, purely toxic, purely selfish, and we still got to be able to go out there and execute and concentrate and deliver the results. So by being able to concentrate without discrimination, you're able to see all this toxicity, be aware of all the negativity in the room, and not be affected by it. It's great to be aware because you know who is who and you know what people are capable of around you. But ultimately, if there's a task at hand and you have an opportunity to produce your skill and execute your skill within your field, take advantage, regardless of who's around you. Practice concentration without discrimination. Know who is who, concentrate on the task, and execute you. When those negative waves begin to come at you, don't discriminate them. See them clearly. This person has ill will towards me. This person is trying to set me up, but don't react. Don't allow your energy to be robbed of you by these negative people. Focus on your task, execute with greatness. The next concept that I would give you would be one-pointed concentration, which means to have all your attention set on one thing, which is your task that you seek to create. So by having a one-pointed concentration, you have power to focus purely all of your mental energy on the task that you are seeking to accomplish, on the goal that you are seeking to bring into reality. And no matter what obstacles come in your way from people or from circumstance, you keep your mind one-pointed on your task. You keep your mind one-pointed, concentrated on your mission. So these tools are not going to be instantly, applicable to you. You have to practice them. So you have to begin to practice concentrating without discriminating. You have to begin to practice having a one-pointed concentration focused on your task. You have to practice samadhi without question to purify your memory and create a pure, clear mind, and have optimal mental energy to focus and execute on whatever task you seek to create. Be blessed, my people.